Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Another set of headphones. I think they're in there. So if we do a post-game interview,
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test test test. Test test. Test test test. Test 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 test. Test test. Test test. Test 1 2. Test test test. Test 1 2. Test.
I saw it last year. I was like, that is horrible. Pretty good. How about you?
Test 1, 2.
Where's the
Test, test.
The gable? Do you have it?
Jackson, your level scorer.
Yeah, for real.
We should have 5 in total. Yeah.
I remember last year when I did
I don't even know.
my chair.
St. Joseph's.
St. Joseph's College of Maine.
In Maine?
Of Maine.
Oh,
Yeah.
They live in Maine.
Yes.
Yeah.
The college is located
I was just
in
thinking.
Maine.
I was like, you're saying of Maine. Why couldn't I just go on this one? It's road here.
Kendall, you alright over there?
No,
Concussion practice? What's going on here?
not concussion. I think just a little stupid sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I've had a week.
Actually, let me I'll throw it in there because otherwise it's bad luck if I don't do that.
That's right.
Yeah.
We don't need bad luck.
Superstitions.
You got it. We need you to feel right for this.
Guys, starters?
Alright, no, they've got another one. Was that the fifth one? Alright, we're good. We have it. Thanks.
No, alright. The wind is making it stable. I sure do. Very windy. Alright, here we go.
Good afternoon and welcome to Keefe Field on the campus of Wheaton College for today's NCAA Division III men's soccer contest featuring the visiting St. Joseph's College of Maine Monks and your Wheaton College Lions. Wheaton College, the NUMAC, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from said competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. Officials for today's contest are Devin Miller, Taha Nasser, and Omar Chaglil. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the visiting St. Joseph's College Monks. A junior defender from Franklin, New Hampshire, number 4, Will Wood. A sophomore midfielder from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 6, Rion Dos Santos. A graduate student forward from Exeter, New Hampshire, number 7, Austin Ward. A senior midfielder from East Lyme, Connecticut, number 8, Alec Kaczynski. A graduate student midfielder from Gorham, Maine, number 9, Jackson Fodder. A graduate student forward from Manchester, New Hampshire, number 10, Kyle Cocchiardi. A sophomore forward from Falmouth, Maine, number 11, Gus Ford. A senior defender from Scarborough, Maine, number 19, Jared Greenleaf. A graduate student defender from Winslow, Maine, number 30, Michael Wilds. A sophomore midfielder from Portland, Maine, number 32, Gracian Mukwa. In net for the Monks, a senior from Folsom, Pennsylvania, number 1, Mike Sheridan. The Monks are coached by Will Pike, assisted by Martin Keene, Ike DeByron, Andy Halligan, Jonathan Brunkart, and Chris Theodoris. And now let's meet your Lions. Sophomore defender from East Branch, Rhode Island, number 3, Ethan Alfano. A junior defender from Wheaton, Pennsylvania, number 4, Ryan Bell. A junior defender from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, number 6, John DiDario. A junior forward from Portland, Oregon, number 7, Luke Strange. A junior midfielder from Lexington, Massachusetts, Robert Lloyd. A senior midfielder from Newport, Rhode Island, number 10, Ewan Noble. A sophomore forward from Parker, New Hampshire, number 13, Alistair Ferrier. A senior midfielder from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, number 17, Jack Russo. A first-year defender from Pearl Harbor, Maine, number 26, Will Nelson. A senior midfielder from Medford, Oregon, number 27, Charlie Stringer. In net for the Lions, a senior from Fairfield, Connecticut, wearing number 1, Cam Millington. The Lions are coached by Brian Wagner, assisted by Andrew Schaefer, Josh Souza, Miguel Sagastine, and Thomas Gutierrez. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
It's Wheaton College men's soccer on the NewMax Sports Network. I'm Jackson Walsh, and thanks for tuning in as we're live from Keefe Field. Wheaton takes on the Monks of St. Joe's. It's been a while since either of these teams have lost. Wheaton is 3-1-1, while St. Joe's is 2-1, coming off a 2-1 victory over Norwich to open up conference play in the GNAC. Before we kick off, a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Monks, it's going to be number 4, Will Wood. Number 6, Rion Dos Santos. Number 7, Austin Ward. Number 8, Alec Kosinski. Number 9, Jackson Fodder. Number 10, Kyle Kokiardi. Number 11, Gus Ford. Number 19, Jared Greenleaf. Number 30, Michael Wilds. And number 32, Gracian Mukwa. And in net for the Monks, it's number 1, Mike Sheridan. For the home Lions, it's number 3, Ethan Alfano. Number 4, Ryan Bell. Number 6, John DiDario. Number 7, Luke Strange. Number 8, Robert Lloyd. Number 10, Ewan Noble. Number 13, Alistair Ferrier. Number 17, Jack Brusso. Number 26, Leo Nelson. Number 7, Charlie Stringer. And in net for Wheaton, it's the senior goalkeeper, number 1, Cam Millington. Looking back at the last contest for both of these teams, Wheaton went down to Bristol, Rhode Island Saturday and came away with a 0-0 draw over Roger Williams. Freshman Michael O'Gara played the entire game in net for Wheaton, making 2 saves. And for St. Joe's, as I mentioned, they opened up conference play this past Saturday where they defeated the Norwich Cadets by a score of 2-1. In that one, Rian Dos Santos and Kyle Cocchiardi had the goals. Goalkeeper Mike Sheridan made 3 saves on 4 shots in net. Both of these teams with winning records. Looks like we have a good one in store today. A little bit of a late kick that was originally scheduled for 4:30. St. Joe's ran into a bit of traffic coming down here to Norton. Long drive for a weekday game all the way from Standish, Maine, just west of Portland. St. Joe's in the away blacks with blue trim. Wheaton rocking home grays today with white lines and blue numerals. It's going to be Wheaton to start with it here in the first half. 2 45-minute halves here in collegiate soccer. New rule this year, no overtime, so you're going to see a lot more draws around college this year. As I said, it's Wheaton to start with it. Looking to get ahead of steam are the Lions as they go into non-conference play this weekend as they'll host Babson. They'll open up the NUMAC season. It's Noble. Good defensive play there made by Cocchiardi, but Wheaton immediately gets it back. Ferrier on the touch to Noble. Has Strange up ahead, the through ball, and a slide to send it out of bounds there for number 19, Jared Greenleaf for St. Joe's. So it doesn't take long until our first corner kick of the day here. It'll be Wheaton off to our right. Looks like it'll be Luke Strange to take the corner for Wheaton. He'll send it in with his left foot. Strange, the curling corner, doesn't come in contact with anybody. Robert Lord's going to run it down in the far corner. We'll have it knocked out of bounds by the St. Joe's defender, but it's going to stay with Wheaton. No corner, though, just left to the flag, so it'll be a throw-in for Wheaton. It's going to be Noble to take it on the far side. Noble trying to send it back in, and it's headed out by St. Joe's. Charlie Stringer now it's Ferrier. Bit of a wild shot's going to send it high over the top of the net, and St. Joe's escapes danger. They'll take possession right back. So the Monks compete in the GNAC. That's the Greater Northern Athletic Conference. Members of that conference are spread out widely throughout New England. A lot of contact in midfield, but Noble comes away with it for Wheaton. He's looking for Ferrier, but couldn't get it through. Now back in favor of St. Joe's. Upfield, Mukwa, a little room to run, couldn't get it. Now Brusso for Wheaton. Now that's Luke Strange. Strange gets it back from Noble. Strange with the right, and it's shut down by Greenleaf once again. Strange shot off the pole, almost had it. Ferrier, goal! Alistair Ferrier off the rebound, off the post. Talk about some of the great starts to Wheaton soccer history. You're looking at one right now, Alistair Ferrier, his 5th goal this season. So that didn't take long, not even 3 minutes into this one. Wheaton's on the board with a 1-0 lead over St. Joe's. Lions trying to put the pressure on right away. Now St. Joe's a little bit of a chance. Mukwa around with the ball right now. That's Will Wood. little bit of life there from St. Joe's after the goal.
Wheaton College goal scored by number 13, Alistair Ferrier. Unassisted. Time the goal, 2:58 of the first half. That's one of the
Play going on the far side. Well, we have our goal announcement going on at Ferrier. Now there's Ferrier the ball once again. Wheaton with a little bit more pressure. Ferrier off to his right. It's Charlie Stringer. Curling towards the net. Ferrier around. Ferrier caught the keeper, Sheridan, but so Ferrier bumps into Sheridan. That ball wasn't that far off from going in the net. Referee's going to talk to Ferrier. Honest mistake there from Ferrier, just trying to make a play on the ball towards the net. But helped Sheridan out of the net as play goes on with St. Joe's in possession. Ward had it on the far side for St. Joe's. Now it's Wilds. On the near side in front of their own bench. It's Kosinski. Kosinski with a left foot upfield to Ford. Ryan Bell knocks it out of bounds for Wheaton, so it's going to stay with the Monks just to the left of the Wheaton bench. A bit of a delay before the throw in here. Under 40 minutes to go in the first half. If you're just tuning in, Alistair Ferrier scored his 5th goal of the season, not even 3 minutes into this one. Came off a shot from Luke Strange that hit the left post and bounced right to the foot of Ferrier. Charlie Stringer's going to draw the foul there. A little too much contact from Kokiardi for the Monks. And at this Monks roster, a lot of New England on it, in particular Maine. Both of these teams with fairly local rosters. A little bit of an exception to that. Wheaton starting 2 of their 3 players from the state of Oregon. Charlie Stringer and Angus Stringer, brothers both from Medford, Oregon. Number 7, Luke Strange in the starting lineup out of Portland, Oregon. Big left foot there from Greenleaf. A great touch from Will Wood, still has it. Now it's Kokiardi. Goes backwards to Greenleaf. Now off to his left, it's Kosinski. Kosinski in front of his own bench. Chipped with the left. The freshman Leo Nelson with it. Sends it off to his side to Alifano. Alifano back across midfield with a pass. Now it's Gus Ford. Ford to Mukwa. Mukwa still with it. 3 Wheaton defenders around. Stringer's going to take it away from him now. It's Brusso. Midfield, it's Rion Dos Santos for St. Joe's. Now Noble goes off to Stringer. Stringer, a little room to run off to his left. It's Ewan Noble. St. Joe's sends it back to Sheridan. Downfield, Mukwa with a run. Smart play there from Leo Nelson as he heads it back to his keeper, Millington. Now it's Strange. Strange, good pass, and Ferrier well off sides on that one. Wilds downfield, off the head of Wood, and scooped up by Millington. So junior captain Ryan Bell now for Wheaton, off to Stringer. Stringer back to Bell. Pressure applied by Ford for St. Joe's on both of them. Use of the body there from Stringer, trying to get around Ford, and he's going to draw the foul. Ryan Bell, strange touch pass to Brusso. Brusso with the left. That ball's going to die a little bit on the grass. Now it's Stringer. Stringer cuts inside, trying to get around 2 defenders. He's going to lose his balance as he hits the ground. Greenleaf's trying to box out Brusso on the run. Brusso now looking to get back for it. Both teams getting really physical in this one early on. Now it's Ward. Foul's going to go against Nelson for Wheaton. A little chippiness from both teams. It's going to be St. Joe's possession right around midfield. It's Kosinski off to Wild on the far side. Now it's Kokiardi. Back to Kosinski. Kosinski with a run left side. It's Ward. Defended by Stringer. Errant pass. Now it's Noble for Wheaton. There's Robert Lloyd. Last home game, Wheaton defeated Gordon 3-0, and in that one, Robert Lloyd had the first of the 3 goals for the Lions. Another junior captain alongside Ryan Bell. It's headed back by John Daddario for Wheaton. And Wood works around traffic. Ran down by Jackson Fodder. Mukwa with the run. Mukwa a little bit of room, and Ryan Bell's going to force him into the corner. It's going to lead to a St. Joe's corner kick. Ball goes off of Bell to the end line. Bell a little slow to get up. But up and on his feet, moving around. Looks like it's going to be Ward to take the corner for St. Joe's. Curling in and just flies the head of Gus Ford. So nothing happening on the Monks' corner there. Greenleaf heads it away, then kicked away farther down into the Wheaton defensive zone by Wood. It's out of bounds off the Lions. Monks still possessing the throw-in. Mukwa looking to get position, and he does as it goes out of bounds off of Daddario. Greenleaf's going to have the throw-in for St. Joe's far side. Gets it towards the middle of the box. Alfano clears it. Ferrier's going to try to run it down. It's Kosinski for St. Joe's along with his teammate Wood trying to get around Ferrier. To the disagreement of Ferrier, the call's going to be out of bounds off of him. Line drive kick finds Noble quickly. It's going to help out Wheaton, so now it's Strange. It's taken away by Wild. Wild still battling with Strange. Now it's Lloyd off to Alfano. Alfano with the slide. Can't take it away. Now it's Mukwa. Now St. Joe's on the run. Dos Santos. Field has Ford. Good pass. Ford touches off his chest, and a big bump there from Ryan Bell. No call. Threw a little bit of a shoulder out there. Now both teams looking for fouls and aren't getting it. It's Mukwa to the left. Now St. Joe's staff looking for a handball call. It didn't come off the cross. Farrier's going to send it back into the offensive zone. Greenleaf gives it off to Sheridan. A clock stoppage here is Ryan Bell's down off to the side. Bell's down off to our left, slow to get up. A lot of disagreement in that last minute of the referees with both sides. So Bell's going to leave the game. Coming in for him is number 23, Angus Stringer, brother of number 7, Charlie Stringer. A year younger than his senior brother.
Entering the match for the Lions, number 23, Angus Stringer.
So Stringer enters, and we turn back to the other side of the field where Sheridan will have it in net for St. Joe's to start. A lot of displeasure from St. Joe's coach Will Pike with his goalie Sheridan on that one. Kaczynski sends it out of bounds. We don't have the throw in just off to the right of the Monks bench. Oh, well, big throw in. Sent out of the box. Strange to Lloyd. Lloyd goes back to Nelson. Now, middle of the field, it's Angus Stringer. Stringer pressured by Mukwa. Now cross back to the near side of the field is Daddario to Nelson. Nelson going to make a little bit of a run to his left to Lloyd. Strange tuss pass off to Lloyd. A foul call comes in against Wheaton. But with a Wheaton player down, I believe it's Strange on the ground off to our right. We'll have a clock stoppage as Strange still on the ground. With that, we'll use this time to take our first break of the day. 29-20 left to go, clock stopped as Luke Strange is on the ground. Wheaton leading St. Joe's 1-0. Strange gets up under his own power. Instead of playing the close passing game, Sheridan's going to send it far downfield. Now in the St. Joe's zone. Sent back into Wheaton's offensive zone. Ferrier is going to try to run it down, but it's Greenleaf sending it back to Sheridan with Ferrier applying just enough pressure to make Sheridan a little uncomfortable in net. Now Noble has it off the throw-in. It's taken away by Kokiardi. Now with the left foot downfield, Kaczynski headed back in by Nelson. Noble off to Strange. Strange to Ferrier. Hands it back off to Strange. Strange with the left, just misses wide right of the net. Sheridan had a good dive there towards his post, but Sent too wide right. A good piece of offense put together there from the Lions, but going to come out with nothing as Sheridan boots it downfield once again. Ford skies, and it goes off the top of his head, rolls right behind him. Mukwa gets around Nelson. And a foul call against Wheaton as Mukwa, the more athletic player on that one. Grayson Mukwa, the sophomore out of Portland, Maine. St. Joe's first win of the season came against Endicott, where they defeated the Gulls 2-1. Mukwa scored in that one along with Gus Ford. Slides out of Millington's hands at first, but senior keeper able to dive on it. It's a good kick on net there from Dos Santos. Millington lets his team gets downfield, and what you would call a shank off the foot of Millington there, but saved by Charlie Stringer, I thought, but a little bit of a delayed call from the referees sends it back into the possession of St. Joe's. Looks like we had a ball leave the field of play there. Referee's declaring it a little bit deflated. A new ball onto the field. Will Pike really showing his displeasure with his team, and in particular his keeper there. Bit of a mental error from Sheridan as he sends it out of bounds over his own bench. Alfano trying to keep the pressure on here for Wheaton. It's taken away by Austin Ward. Ward evades a couple of defenders, but then it goes out of bounds. Good recovery there from Leo Nelson after he lost his footing. Ford was approaching fast and would have had a lot of green to run with. Now it's Ford. Works back towards Kosinski. Kosinski, diagonal across the field. It was Wood guarded by Alfano. Now Alfano with some room to run off the left side with his left foot into the box and cleared right back out by Kosinski. Crosses the midfield line. Mukwa now. Mukwa going to try to get shut down, and great defensive play there from Daddario to possibly save a goal. Now Brusso working left to right, curls it in, and it goes off the head of Wiles, and easy bounce there for Sheridan. Under 25 to go in the first half. Wheaton still leading the Monks 1-0 as senior keeper Mike Sheridan sends it downfield for St. Joe's. Only one sub so far for either side. Wheaton made that one sub, and it was because of injury. Ryan Bell left the game, and he was replaced by Angus Stringer. Alfano chipped in. Farrier on the end line is going to run it down with the left and cleared out immediately by Greenleaf for St. Joe's. Daddario trying to keep it in for Wheaton. Defender came up across the midline. There's Daddario again. And a foul call against the Lions gives it to the Monks. Kaczynski sent that one all the way down to goal for St. Joe's, but off of one hop, that was Millington picking it up. High pass downfield. Wheaton's going to keep it as Noble gave it off to Strange. Now it's Strange to Lloyd, but tripped up a little bit. No call. Now it's Wilds. On the run for Mukwa. A little too much on the pass and goes to Millington. Slipped out of Millington's hands, but was able to recover and send it off to Daddario. Now Daddario. Line drive. Good touch there from Stringer. It's kept in by Ford for St. Joe's. Now worked back to the possession of Nelson for Wheaton. Kick a little too high off the pass for Nelson to keep in bounds, so St. Joe's will take it on the throw-in front of the Wheaton bench. It's going to be Gus Ford on the throw-in, the sophomore out of Falmouth, Maine. Maine heavy roster for the Monks, as I mentioned earlier on. Stringers tries to put it downfield. It goes off the back of Ford. Stringer gets it downfield now. It's going to hit the hand of Luke Strange off of one bounce. This play starts back up very quickly. Dos Santos for the Monks. Goes to Wilds. Wilds to Fodder. Now Ward gets knocked down, no call. Mukwa with the left. Didn't get all of that one, and it rolls right to Millington. Millington sends it upfield quickly. It's Charlie Stringer. Stringer, good lead pass to Ferrier. Ferrier guarded by Kaczynski. Ferrier with the left, curls it in. And rolls right by the foot of Strange. Couldn't extend it far enough to have a good opportunity on goal. And our second sub of the day coming right now. It's number 14, Gavin Mahoney entering the game. He'll replace Ewan Noble. Approaching the 20-minute mark here in this first half. Good redirection off the head from Ford. Now it's Mahoney who just checked in. No one home on the pass as it trickles out of bounds in front of the Monks bench. Thrown in and headed by Stringer, then Brusso. Now Mahoney. It's Luke Strange. Strange gets it back from Mahoney. Chipped out by Greenleaf. Now Lloyd. Mukwa with Nelson on his back. Gives it to Ford. Now it's Ford to Ward. Ward working towards that corner on the left and sends it off the foot of Nelson. A good chance here for St. Joe's. Believe they're going to get a corner off of that. Smart play there from number 7, Austin Ward, to send that off the foot of Leo Nelson. And taking the corner now, it's Rion Dos Santos. Dos Santos sends it in the box, and it's headed out by Luke Strange. Excuse me, Daddario. Now it's Luke Strange that has the ball. Strange has Ferrier, and it hits the back of Wilds while he was turned around trying to catch up to Ferrier. Leo Nelson with the header to Brusso. Rhode Island to Rhode Island there as Brusso gives it to Alfano. Alfano wasn't on the same page there with Strange as Ball's going to go off the end line. Three subs for Wheaton here. It's number 18, Baden McLaughlin. Number 11, Luca de Castro Novaes. And number 34, Niall Blackadar. They'll replace Brusso, Charlie Stringer, and Luke Strange. Sheridan of Baden McLaughlin, who just checked in now, skims the head of De Castro Novaes. Off the thigh and out of bounds of Leo Nelson. Big collision right at midfield. Down on the ground is Rion Dos Santos. Big collision, no foul though on the play. So the clock's going to stop at 16:42 with Dos Santos on the ground for St. Joe's. He's going to be checked on by Laura Murphy of the athletic training staff here at Wheaton. And we'll step away for a quick second.
Falling over, sometimes a big physical contact, falling over, sometimes there's a foul. I was 2 yards away, I was looking straight at it, okay? They went into it, they saw them get the ball, so I didn't call a foul, all right? So, but the ball you know was 2 yards from me. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, all right? Nothing's going to change, I'm just letting everybody know. You want me to, I don't mind.
No, I just want you to do better. Just want you to do better.
It's crazy that he's saying that you get the ball. Played it through the guy. Played the ball through his leg. The ball through, and then he hit it by two.
We look at those guys.
That's not a no call, man. He interfered when he wasn't on it. He didn't go through. Yeah, it looks like he didn't get hit. Yeah, you're right. He didn't touch him. He's faking it. Ref, he didn't touch him, though. You look at it, Ref. Look at it.
I'll do what you said.
12 just went in.
Entering the match for the Bucks.
And Dos Santos able to walk off the field under his own power. So all of that's going to be Wheaton's ball. Like a lower body injury to Nelson, and that was De Castro Novaes got upended there. And the St. Joe's staff is irate. So after a big collision that didn't go in their favor, another big collision goes in Wheaton's favor. Not even 10 seconds after the start of play. Planted with a yellow card. Not sure exactly which St. Joe's player was given that yellow card. Also to note, it was number 12, Jacob Rockwood, entering the game for the injured Dos Santos. It's going to be a free kick for Wheaton. Blackadar fakes it to Castro Novaes with the left. Shot down immediately by the wall of the St. Joe's players. That was a rocket off the left foot of DeCastro Noves. Substitutions here entering for St. Joe's. It's number 3, Owen Tyson. And for Wheaton, it's number 2, Joey Everett. And number 19, Ethan Thompson. So all 3 of the players that has entered, all first years at their respective schools.
Number 19, Ethan Thompson.
Exiting the game for Wheaton, it's Ferrier and Lloyd. One was into the box, but Sheridan leaped up for it. Sheridan out of Folsom, Pennsylvania. Sheridan with the punt downfield. Now it's Blackadar. Blackadar to McLaughlin. McLaughlin crosses the midfield line. Knocked out of bounds by Cocchiardi for St. Joe's. Goes off the chest of DeCastro Noves. The foul goes against Owen Tyson, who just checked in for the Monks. It's going to be DeCastro Noves. Take the kick just in front of St. Joe's bench. So we've gone under 13 to play in the first half. DeCastro Noves with a curling left kick, but an easy play for Sheridan. Mukwa on the run downfield, but it's 3-on-1 with the Wheaton defenders. As he hits the ground, now it's Nelson, picked up by Ford, and a little bit of a forearm shiver from behind from McLaughlin. So in midfield on the free kick, it's Wilds for the Monks. Wilds sent in, headed out by Blackadar. Now it's Thompson. Sent back in by Wilds. Mukwa to Ford. Ford on net, and it goes off the foot of Millington in net. Great play in net, Cam Millington. Dove for that ball, but was kicked off of his foot on the dive. Monks nearly tied this one up. The Wheaton defense prevails. Now it's Alfano to Blackadar midfield. Mukwa was trailing. Now it's Nelson to Blackadar. Blackadar to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Castro Noves. Ford takes it away from DeCastro Noves. Now it's Tyson for St. Joe's. And Ford over to Fodder. Works its way all the way back to Wilds on defense. And it's Wood Mukwa around with Daddario there on defense, and Daddario's going to give it off to his keeper. Millington off to his right to Nelson. Nelson to Mahoney. McLaughlin couldn't corral that pass from Mahoney as it goes behind him out of bounds, and entering the game for the Monks is number 13, Icaro Vieira. Junior out of Westboro, Mass, not too far from where we are in Norton. Tyson off to his left on the throw-in. Sent back out on the air by Nelson. Ukwa uses his body, trying to keep it away from the two Wheaton defenders, but he's going to draw a foul as he hits the deck. So a free kick coming for the Monks. Off to our left. It's going to be Austin Ward to take it for St. Joe's, the lefty. Forward, a missed kick there. A low kick with top spin. Nothing happening on it, but now it's Tyson trying to keep it for St. Joe's, and his teammate Kokiardi is going to pick up the, not going to pick up, going to draw the foul. Another free kick for St. Joe's. This time it's going to be Kosinski to take it. Kosinski, the senior out of East Lyme, Connecticut. With the right foot. High bounce off the post. Mukwa couldn't send it back towards net, and it's cleared out of bounds by Blackadar. Free kick went off of somebody's head in the box and had a little bit of a funky spin on it. Almost curled in right inside that right post, but hit where the posts meet the crossbar. So we come up on the 8-minute mark to play in the first half. Millington, big right foot downfield. Back heel touch from Thompson. Now it's off the head of Joey Everett, his classmate. Now Fodder. Lead pass to his right to Kosinski. Kosinski works back middle. De Castronoves nearly picked that one off. Nothing there for the Monks as it's onto the foot of Millington in the box. Now it's Nelson. Nelson, a lot of green to work with to Blackadar towards midfield, sends it back behind him to the left to Daddario. Daddario sends one back across field to Nelson. Thompson on the run. And a one hop into the chest for Sheridan. Sheridan downfield. Had Mukwa in the area. Ball bounces around. Now it's McLaughlin to Mahoney for Wheaton. Mahoney tripped up from behind, keeps his footing. De Castronoves towards the end line. It's McLaughlin, but an offsides call comes in. So after that Farrier goal in the first 3 minutes of play, both sides have played each other fairly even in this one. Mahoney midfield to Everett. Everett to McLaughlin right in front of the St. Joe's bench, pressured by Tyson. Lucky bounce there from McLaughlin, who gets around Tyson, but with his right foot sends it out of bounds, was looking for Everett. Thrown in by Tyson. Over Vieira's head, now it's Mukwa. Ball somehow stays in bounds. McLaughlin to Everett. Now Mahoney. McLaughlin and Everett in the vicinity. Tyson working on defense. Now it's Everett. Chipped in. Mahoney to De Castronoves. Left foot off the post. And cleared out of bounds by St. Joe's. So another near Wheaton goal there.
Entering the match for the Lions, number 5.
The Castronoves nearly found the back of the net. The Castronoves is going to exit the game here as Gabe Fellows comes to take him out. Fellows out of Middletown, Rhode Island. Thrown in by Alfano. Kept in the box. Thompson tried a bicycle kick there, but degree of difficulty a little too high. Nelson. McLaughlin to Everett. Now it's Nelson midfield. The sliding kick sends that one out of bounds off the foot of Rockwood. Everett crosses. It's going to go off the top of the net. Under 4 to play now. These last 5 minutes, both teams almost scoring goals, each trading shots off of the post. No one home for the Monks. They're going to get it back after Wheaton turns it over. And Vieira, trailed by Blackadar. Blackadar on the side, can't come up with anything. Now Mukwa. Mukwa to Rockwood. Now it's Wilds approaching midfield, back to Rockwood. A foul against the Lions. Ball's going to have to be thrown back in to where the foul occurred as play starts back up. It's Kaczynski far side. Sent in. I believe that hit the foot of Nelson for Wheaton, but went off his head towards goal. Millington was right there to pick it up. And Blackadar. Thompson against Nelson. High into the air off the foot of Wilds. Everett comes in. He's going to get tripped up and draw the foul. It's going to be Blackadar to take the throw in as John Daddario is going to go back to his side of the field. So we've hit the 2 minute to go mark here in the first half of a well-played game. It's going to be Blackadar on the free kick for Wheaton. Works left as it goes off the head of Thompson. Hits the ground. Now Kokiardi. Kokiardi with Austin Ward on the run. And Ward shut down by Alfano. Alfano to Everett. Now Everett, Mahoney. Mahoney lead pass off to the left to Thompson. Let's say he was out of bounds. Excuse me, not out of bounds. Thompson was off sides on that one. So it goes back to the Monks.
One minute remaining in the half.
Under a minute to go in the first half. St. Joe's trying to get something going to send this one tied. Ward, left foot, misses wide right of the net. The grad student Ward out of Exeter, New Hampshire. Leading goal scorer out of the returners for last season for the Monks. He had 8 goals last season, which was second on the team. Under 20 seconds to go now. Both sides trying to give it one last push before going into the locker room. Midfield. Chance for Wheaton. Mahoney on the run. Headed out by Wilds, and
2.
McLaughlin give it one last chance, but his shot misses well lift, so
One half of play.
that's how we'll go into the half.
1. St. Joseph's College of Maine 0.
Through one half here at Keefe Field, it's Wheaton leading St. Joseph, Maine 1-0. Came on an Alistair Ferrier goal just 3 minutes into the contest. 10-minute halftime. We'll be right back. I'm Jackson Walsh. You're watching Wheaton College men's soccer on the NewMax Sports Network. Back live from Keefe Field on the campus of Wheaton College. It's Wheaton College men's soccer on the NewMax Sports Network. Jackson Walsh, second half ready to get underway here on Keefe Field. It's Wheaton leading St. Joe's of Maine 1-0 after one half of play. Alistair Ferrier, sophomore forward for Wheaton, netted his 5th goal of the season. Not even 3 minutes into the contest. Since then, both sides have played each other fairly evenly. Couple shots off the post for both teams. Almost squeaking by, but can't get it past either keeper. Wheaton looking to improve to 4-1-1, while St. Joe's looking to get to a 3-1 record heading into their second week of conference play. Wheaton started the game with the ball, so now it'll be St. Joe's to start the second half with possession. Also blows, and the second half is underway here at Keefe Field with the Monks to start with it. Wheaton trying to clear it out of the St. Joe's zone, and they will with Charlie Stringer, but Wild sends it right back in for the Monks. Now Lloyd heads it off to Ewan Noble. Noble goes back to Lloyd. Now it's Daddario. Has Ferrier. Ferrier, room to run. Forced onto the line to his left, fakes out the defender. On the end line, sends it in. The shot bouncing around. Oh, Noble just sent it over the top of the net. Almost another hot start to the half for Wheaton. It was Ferrier on the cross with his left foot. Had Strange and Noble right there, but comes flying off the right foot of Noble over the net. Booted back into the offensive zone for Wheaton by Daddario. Now it's Kokiardi. Big right foot kick to send it back for the Monks. Header from forward, can't get through, shut down by Daddario. Junior's been great on defense all season for the Lions. Now it's Rodarche Kikobo. Seeing action for the first time. He makes an immediate impact. That's Kikobo forcing Alfano to come up and play defense on him. It goes out of bounds off of Alfano, and now a corner kick to come for the Monks. Well, it's Ward taking the corner for the Monks, curls it in with the left, bouncing around in the box. Kikobo, shot shut down. St. Joe's pleading for a handball, no call on it. Now it's Ward against Ferrier for possession. Another handball plead for the Monks, not coming in. Still bouncing around in the St. Joe's offensive zone. Neither team can get a firm grasp on it. Alfano sends it out for Wheaton, kept in by Kaczynski. Now it's Stringer. Big right foot from Wilds back in. And it'll bounce right into the hands of Millington. Millington throws it in to Leo Nelson. Now it's Stringer. Noble couldn't get the touch pass through, shut down by Wilds. Wilds with Ward on the run, going to take a big bounce. And Millington makes the play basically off of Ward's foot. Alfano slides to keep it in on a great play, and then a slide tackle from Kikobo comes in, and a late foul call on that one. And a yellow card comes in against St. Joe's.
Totally in the box. It's all the fucking handball there, man. Listen, no, I'm not letting you do more.
No, I'm telling you, just calm down. Don't say fucking to me. Just calm down. Talk to me respectfully, and then we'll talk. That's all I'm not telling you it's foul. I know exactly what it is.
You don't know.
I don't. I do.
A lot of talk with the referee going on right in front of us between the St. Joe's bench and the near side referee. Referee's explanation was it wasn't a foul call originally. It was a handball going against St. Joe's. Alfano made a great sliding play to keep that in bounds, and St. Joe's thought they had a great play from Kikobo on the slide tackle, but that's the call that came in as a handball. Nothing happening on the free kick there off the foot from Daddario into the possession of Sheridan in the box for the Monks keeper. It's a downfield with a right-footed punt. Alfano skies up for the header. Almost a great pass there from Mukwa. Now it's Brusso for Wheaton. Stringer on the run, leads Strange on the far side on the right. Strange still has it, tries to cross, and it's going to go off his defender, Ward, I believe. So a corner kick to come, and yet again another yellow card being obsessed to St. Joe's. Yellow card is going to go against number 12, Jacob Rockwood for St. Joe's, a sub in this game. He checked in for the injured Dos Santos earlier on in the first half and has played in his spot ever since. So it'll be a Wheaton corner to come. On the far side, it's going to be Noble to take it. Now it's Strange as Noble leaves the flag.
Stop the clock if you're going to do that.
Sent into the box. Lloyd around along with Ferrier. Cleared out by St. Joe's and a good play by Ford there, but another great play by Daddario. Will send a low roller on goal. Booted out by Sheridan. Downfield, Mook was going to try to track it down, headed by Nelson. Now it's Charlie Stringer for Wheaton. It's picked off by Kaczynski. Stringer back with possession for the Lions. Now it's St. Joe's back with it. Kokibo tripped up. No calls, they played the ball, and St. Joe's still not pleased with anything from the referees in this one. Now it's Fodder. Now Ford with Daddario on his back. Ferrier has it. Ferrier double teamed going up that left side. Taken away by Wood. Now Ford for St. Joe sends it back to his keeper, Sheridan. Stringer can't hold on to it as it goes out of bounds. Throw-in doesn't work out for the Monks. It's Lloyd. For Wheaton, goes back to Daddario. Daddario with the curling right foot, misplayed by Kokibo and out of bounds off the Monks. Alfano throws it in to Noble. Noble off to his right, Stringer with some room. Stringer works towards the end line, still going, crosses. Ferrier, right foot in the box, and a leaping save by Sheridan. Great play by Mike Sheridan on net to shut down what would have been the second Alistair Ferrier goal of the day. And yet another St. Joe's foul comes in after the save. It's going to be a free kick now for Wheaton. Noble and Strange both around the ball. Strange to the right, Noble to the left. Noble will take it with the right. Bouncing and flies over the top of the net. Brousseau nearly touched that one into the net. So the Monks yet again evade danger, keeping this at a 1-goal game. Looks like number 6, Rion Dos Santos, is getting ready to check back into this game. Haven't seen him in a while. Left the game early on in the first half with a leg injury. The ball makes its way back to Sheridan. It's Daddario. Lloyd's going to try to run it down. Cocchiardi had his legs taken out there by Lloyd, who was making a play for the ball. Free kick here. Wild will take it for St. Joe's. Now it's Kaczynski. Ball in the air for a long time there, and off the Monks. As I mentioned, Dos Santos getting ready to check in, a big part of the St. Joe's offense. Sophomore out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. It's like we had a clock stoppage come in. Clock stoppage wasn't addressed to our table right away. So now there's a discrepancy of how much time is going to be listed on the clock. Referee never gave an answer of what time he wanted on the clock, so play starts up at the 34:01 mark. Farrier working with the far side. Now it's Strange. Strange towards midfield. Sent over across to the other side of the field. It's Alfano. Alfano has the end line. Crosses bouncing around and boomed out of bounds by Will Wood for St. Joe's. Ball went out to the left of the flag. No corner here for the Lions, just a throw-in. Noble to Daddario. Daddario sent in. Good looking kick, but directly to Sheridan in net. Big kick from Sheridan, maybe his biggest of the day out of the net. Goes off the head of Ward and out of bounds. It's Brousseau off to Stringer. Stringer trying to get it to Farrier. Farrier looks like he wouldn't have had much with a 1-on-3. Now it's Lloyd, touches it over to Noble, and Noble heads it right back to Lloyd. Lloyd working towards his left. Tight defense there from Cocchiardi. Now it's Lloyd back over other side of the field to his right. It's Stringer. Stringer works upfield. Noble just outside of the box, sent in. Stringer has it inside the box now with his left, and a Farrier attempted shot was shut down by Wood. Wheaton still has it. Low roller right to Sheridan in net. Wheaton keeping the pressure on almost 15 minutes into this half. Rockwood trying to send it in. Angus Stringer sends it out now for Wheaton and sent back in by Wood for the Monks. Now it goes off the head of Alfano. Here's Ferrier and can't hold on to it as it goes out of bounds. Substitutions here. Dos Santos re-enters for St. Joe's along with number 13, Vieira.
6, Rion Dos Santos. Number 13, Icaro Vieira.
Now Mardoci Kikobo with the throw-in right in front of the table. Dos Santos in the mix with it right as he enters. Now it's Ferrier. Good defense from Kikobo, and a foul is going to be called against him very late, I will say. Wheaton catches a break there. 13:30 to go in this one. And a big foul against the Monks there as Charlie Stringer had, I believe, Vieira blanketed all over him on the run. Free kick coming from Wheaton, Noble to take it. Hugh Noble, the senior out of Newport, Rhode Island, attended Bishop Hendricken High School in Warwick, Rhode Island. Angus Stringer with it now. Strange goes over his head with the kick into the box. Ferrier deflected by Kikobo. Now it's Mukwa. Mukwa back to Wood. Wood's going to go back to his keeper. Now it's Wilds to Kokiardi. Wood with the right foot, headed by Noble. Brousseau, little touch pass. Good touch from Brousseau. And out of bounds off Dos Santos. Alfano to Ferrier. Ferrier works back inside with the right. Wide right of the net, and off one bounce is Sheridan. Daddario back into his defensive zone, works to his right to Angus Stringer. Now Charlie Stringer across midfield and going to get Luke Strange for being offside. Bit of a lull from the Monks now. Kokibo trying to keep. Now it's Ferrier. Ferrier with Strange off to his right, enters the box with the left. And coming on to make the sliding stop is Sheridan.
Come in! Come in! Come in! Yes, the ball is flat.
So I'm going to have another problem with the ball here. Not sure if it was the same ball or a different one, but the ball in the field of play is Once again, underinflated. Clock stops at 27:11. Gonna let it catch up when play starts back up here on our score bug on the live stream. New ball on the field. Play starts back up. Under 27 minutes to go. Wheaton gets it back. And Leo Nelson comes away with it across midfield. Now onto the foot of Wilds for St. Joe's. St. Joe's is going to settle with it now. It's Kokibo. Kokibo upfield looking for Mukwa. It's going to go off his head. Millington with possession for Wheaton, the Lions goalkeeper. Millington's going to run the play here, directing his teammates upfield. Sends it far downfield. Luke Strange there. Now Ewan Noble. Noble with Ferrier up her head. Noble runs around the St. Joe's defenders. The left foot. A rising shot over the top of the net. Substitutions here for St. Joe's. It's going to be number 23, Hayes Sweeney, entering the game for the first time today. And for Wheaton, 3 substitutions: DeCastro, Noves, McLaughlin, and Blackadar all re-enter. They all saw action in the first half.
Entering the match for the Monks, number 23, Hayes Sweeney.
Four substitutions overall, 3 for Wheaton, 1 for St. Joe's. Strong body from Kokibo there to hang on to that one. Now it's Ford. Ford works left. Left foot shut down by Daddario. And Daddario is Ferrier. Ferrier on the run. Big bounce and kicked out of the air by Sheridan. Didn't go very far. Now to Castro Noves just outside the box, and a foul call against him will give it back to the Monks. Sheridan looking for Kokibo, but too tall for the defender. Not the throw in Wheaton wanted there, but fortunate to come away with it in the end. It's Nelson to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, the freshman, working on the far side towards the corner. Works back in, but Wilds was there for St. Joe's to send it out of bounds off McLaughlin. 2 St. Joe's subs here, both starters in this one. It's number 9, Jackson Fodder, and number 19, Jared Greenleaf, re-entering for the Monks.
Re-entering the match for the Monks. Number 9, Jackson Fodder. Number 19, Jared Greenleaf.
Kokibo and Dos Santos are both going to exit for St. Joe's. Now Blackadar to Daddario. Daddario sent back other side of the field. That's Nelson. Nelson going to run with it a little bit. Finds DeCastro Noves, who works across midfield. Too much on the through ball. Sheridan has it outside the box. Couldn't pick it up with his hands. And a foul is going to be called against Sheridan, who had the pressure there from Ferrier. So the call on the field is going to be a handball from the keeper, Sheridan. Said the call came when Sheridan was outside of the box, so loses the privilege of using his hands in that situation. So it'll be a free kick for Wheaton just outside the box. Lloyd's going to set up to the left of it with DeCastro Noves to the right. So blows DeCastro Noves with the left, the shot and the score! Wheaton, 2-0. DeCastro Noves, the senior, finds the back of the net for the first time this season to give his squad a 2-0 lead over St. Joe's. 22:02 left to go. So a bit of an insurance goal there for the Lions as they jump out in front to a 2-0 lead over St. Joe's, thanks to that goal from DeCastro Noves off the free kick. Play starts back up and a quick foul call goes against Wheaton.
One college goal scored by number 11, Luca DeCastro Noves. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 67:58 of the second half. That's goal number 1 on the season for DeCastro Noves.
Free kick for the Monks after the goal announcement, trying to respond. Ball bouncing around in the box. The shot in a laser beam misses high and right of the net. I believe that came off the foot of Kaczynski. Had 2 subs after the goal for Wheaton. It was Mahoney and Stringer re-entering for Wheaton, and now entering the game for St. Joe's, Austin Ward. Checks back in. So if you're Wheaton now, just over 20 minutes to go in this one, 2-goal lead. Wouldn't be a bad time to try to milk a little bit of clock whenever you can. Now Ferrier into the box from the left side, crosses and shut down by St. Joe's in the box, and they'll quickly draw a foul. So the Monks escape the possibility of going down 3-0. Right side of the mid-circle. Another foul call going to go against the blue and white here. So St. Joe's will have it with a free kick on their side of the field. Sense of urgency has to kick in soon here for St. Joe's. Trying to make up those 2 goals with less than 20 minutes to go. That one's going to be sent into the stands by Stringer. St. Joe's into the box. The header from Mukwa. And sent downfield by Millington. Has Ferrier around. Good bounce there for Wheaton. Ferrier on the run, evades his defender. One-on-one with the keeper. With the right and in! Alistair Ferrier! This man's unconscious. Second goal of the game. Make that 6th of the season for the sophomore. Wheaton jumps in front 3-0 over the Monks. Alistair Ferrier having a career season so far, and maybe one of the ages here in Norton.
Wayne College goal scored by number 13, Alistair Ferrier, unassisted. Time of the goal.
St. Joe's trying to respond now during the goal announcement, and
That's goal number 6.
they'll have a free kick.
Entering the match for the Lions, number 5, Gabriel Fellows, and number 19, Ethan Thompson.
So after the goal, Gabe Fellows and Ethan Thompson re-enter the game for Wheaton. Now you're entering desperation time here for St. Joe's. The corner. Sent outside the box. Sent back in. It's Ford. Mukwa trying to get there, and a diving play made by Millington. Took the aggressive route, and it worked out for him. Now it's Stringer. Had Thompson on the run. Now it's Stringer again. DeCastro Noves. Now it's Mahoney. Back to DeCastro Noves. It's Gabe Fellows with it now. Stringer goes to his right. Into the box with the right foot. The cross skims off the foot of Thompson and cleared out by Wilds for St. Joe's. That Ferrier goal came from what looked like it was going to be nothing. It was a goal kick off the foot of Millington. Ferrier was 1-on-3, got a lucky bounce, then made a great move around his defender to get the keeper 1-on-1. And from there, just had to send it to the back of the net. The far side, getting a little chippy there, was Mukwa. Took his defender to the ground and gets the foul called against him. Under 17 minutes to go in the match now. Fellows for Wheaton. Mahoney couldn't get there with the reach of his right foot. Sent out by Sheridan, the Monks goalie. Millington, the Wheaton goalie, of course. There's Mukwa. So Mukwa had another foul called on him, his second in the span of a minute. Had a clock stoppage after the foul. Table wasn't aware of that stoppage late, so the clock resets. What you see on your screen is accurate to the field now. Stringer with a left-footed chip. Kokiardi there for St. Joe's. St. Joe's is going to keep it on the foul call. On that last yellow card, Gabe Fellows, number 5, actually had his jersey ripped from behind. So evidence of the call even well after the play. Foul call going against Wheaton now. St. Joe's saying that foul occurred in the box, and if it did, there would be a penalty kick. But now it'll be a free kick just inches outside of the box. It's going to be Kosinski to take it for St. Joe's. Under 15 to go in the match now. Good chance here for the Monks to get on the board with Kosinski on the free kick. Errant kick's going to go high left away from the net and out of bounds. Wheaton still trying to keep the shutout going. Entering the game for the Lions, number 2, Joey Everett re-enters, and number 15, Jackson Raganese sees time for the first time today. Line drive kick from Millington, taken by Ford. Ford trying to get around Angus Stringer. He's going to have to turn around and work back left, and now it's Everett off to Charlie Stringer. Charlie Stringer gets around 2 defenders, still going. Now it's taken away by Austin Ward for St. Joe's. A lot of contact, middle of the field, no call, and here comes the foul call as Mukwa tried for the slide tackle, but comes up with a whistle. So yet again, another clock stoppage after that foul as referee's going to talk to Mukwa and Rockwood of St. Joe's. Excuse me, that's Mukwa and Fodder of St. Joe's. So quick clock stoppage to talk to the players there, and time starts back up. 12:45 to go in this one. Here's Ward on the run for St. Joe's. A little bit of momentum and a great play there. Oh, gonna erase that play with the whistle. It was Angus Stringer on the slide tackle, but they're gonna give Stringer a yellow card for that. So waiting the free kick here. Clock still stopped here at Keefe Field. Clock stops on the yellow card. It'll be a free kick for the Monks of St. Joe's. Low rolling kick and cleared out of the box by Stringer. Two substitutions for the Monks here. Re-entering number 13, Icaro Vieira. And seeing action for the first time today, number 17, Henry Wild. Henry Wild, the freshman out of Perth, Australia. So from Perth, Australia to Standish, Maine. One of 2 foreign players on this St. Joe's roster. It's him and then Dos Santos out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, as I mentioned earlier. Another free kick for the Monks after the foul. Almost a chance there for the Monks. I believe it's going to go as a shot. Went off the head of Austin Ward, but hit the side of the net. Kikobo re-enters for St. Joe's. Sent downfield by Millington. Rising up for the header was Cochiardi. Now it's Angus Stringer back to his keeper, Millington. And that one's coming right to us. St. Joe's throw-in goes out of bounds, so now it's a Wheaton throw-in. Both sides trading throw-ins now. St. Joe's in front of us with a throw-in yet again. It's Kokibo. Now, Kokiardi. And an errant right foot kick there from Wood sends it out of bounds. Mahoney to McLaughlin. Now Raganese. Left-footed kick downfield. Thompson around. McLaughlin with the header back into the possession of St. Joe's. Now Vieira. And a good stop in front of the table from RSID. Alan Wickstrom there with the right foot. Now it's Thompson. Ball rolled around in no man's land for a little bit there. Whistle on the far side, and another foul going against the Monks. Wheaton's ball on the far side, 8:30 to go. Wheaton leading St. Joe's of Maine 3-0 here. Had a 1-0 lead after the first half. And in the second half of play, it was Luca de Castro Noves on a free kick for the second goal, and then the unofficial mayor of Norton at the moment, Alistair Ferrier, scored his 6th goal of the season, second of the game, as he went one-on-one with the keeper. It's Thompson in front of his own bench, off to his fellow freshman McLaughlin. Now it's the other freshman on the field, Everett. McLaughlin in the corner. Has it boomed out of Keefe Field. Well into the parking lot here at Wheaton College. Be a free kick for Sheridan and net. Knuckleball of a kick up to midfield from Sheridan. Now it's Mahoney to Thompson, making a run down the right side towards the corner. A good slide tackle there from Wilds. Substitution here for Wheaton, number 20, Mo Fay. The sophomore out of Senegal is going to enter the game for the Lions. Fay's going to replace the freshman Thompson. Ethan Thompson exits the game to a good round of applause. Be a throw-in on the far side for the Lions. I believe that was Daniel Medina on the throw-in. Now it is Medina with it in the box with the right foot. And headed out by Vieira for St. Joe's. Now Fellows with a smart play there, sends it backwards to Nelson. Now it's Nelson to Medina. Medina back into the offensive zone, goes to his left, it's Blackadar. Blackadar goes to his left, it's Raganese. Raganese upfield a little bit. McLaughlin sends it right back to Raganese. Now to the other side of the field, it's Angus Stringer. To Medina, who tries to keep it in with the chest, but one just out of bounds on the far side as we approach the 5.5 minute mark to go. touch there from Mahoney, the junior. Mahoney out of Carlsbad, California. Medina sent in. It's going to fly the top of the net for all you golf junkies listening at home. Carlsbad, California, the home of Callaway Golf. Long way from Norton out on the West Coast. It's like a St. Joe's player, a little slow to move. It's Kyle Kokiardi. Gonna need a sub. Rockwood will enter for him. So Kokiardi's gonna make his way off the field slowly, but walking under his own power. Maybe a cramp from Kokiardi here. Is wearing a big brace on his left knee. Grad student out of Manchester, New Hampshire.
Entering the match for the Monks, number 12, Jacob Rockwood.
Kokiardi exited right in front of our booth, and did indeed say to the training staff here that just cramping up, so best case scenario for an injury there. Another sub here for the Monks. It's number 28, Nate Sodick, entering the game. Sophomore out of Belmont, New Hampshire. Clock still running here, coming up on the 4 minute to go mark.
Entering the match for the Monks, number 28, Nate Sodick.
It's Nelson far side. Leo Nelson, first-year defender out of Bar Harbor, Maine. Attended Bridgeton Academy up in Bridgeton, Maine. Now it's Mo Fay for Wheaton. Everett going to try to scoop it up for the Lions. Now it's Wilds for St. Joe's. Sent downfield. Wild was in the area for the Monks. Now it's Medina for Wheaton. Raganese in front of the St. Joe's bench. Line drive with the left foot. Was headed away by Wood. Under 3 minutes to go now. Wilds will take it for St. Joe's. A foul going against Wheaton here. We'll give it another go at a free kick for the Monks. Really about 10 yards just outside of the top of the box. 2 minutes to go now. It's going to be Kosinski to take the free kick with the right on net and a goal. So no shutout for the Lions, as St. Joe's is on the board. Credit that goal to number 8, Alec Kosinski for the Monks, with 1:46 to go. So a bit of a bright spot here in what was a game not to remember for St. Joe's.
St. Joseph's goal scored by number 8, Alex Kaczynski. Unassisted. Time to go 88-14 of the second half. That's goal number 1 on the season for Kaczynski.
It was Kaczynski's first goal of the season for the Monks, as announced here over the PA system, and Kyle Gerard enters the game for St. Joe's along with number 31, Griffin Forbes. Wheaton trying to put a late tally on late in this one. It's Joey Everett, right side, crosses Mahoney into the box, and he scores. Gavin Mahoney puts Wheaton back to a 3-goal lead with just over a minute to go. The junior with his first of the season came off the cross from Joey Everett, and Mahoney sends it in with the right foot. A little bit of fireworks to end this one from both sides. It's Angus Stringer downfield. Mahoney, the goal scorer, it's going to graze off his head. Low rolling kick from Sheridan, picked up by Medina. Now it's Fellows. Roll out of bounds to the right of the net.
Wheaton College goal scored by number 14, Gavin Mahoney. Assisted by number 20, Mo Fay. Time to go, 88-44.
They're going to credit that assist to Mo Fay. Credit that assist to Mo Fay, not Joey Everett. Time's winding down here, and it looks like that may be it. Looking ahead for both teams, Wheaton will start NUMAC play on Saturday right here at Keefe Field against conference rival Babson. And for St. Joe's, they'll be at Emmanuel on Saturday. But that's all she wrote. Wheaton with a dominant win in this one here at Keefe Field. They defeat St. Joe's of Maine 4-1. Alistair Ferrier had 2 goals for the Lions, and then Luca DeCastro Noves and Gavin Mahoney put one in with 1 minute to go. That was Mahoney's first collegiate goal. Just a recorrection to the recorrection. It was Everett on his assist there. Also, the announcement coming over the PA here that Alistair Ferrier has been named NUMAC Men's Soccer Player of the Week. And speaking of Alistair Ferrier, you'll hear from him coming up soon. He'll sit down with me to talk about this one and his season so far, so don't go anywhere. Still a little bit more coverage here from Keefe Field. We'll be right back with Alistair Ferrier in the postgame.
Teamwork. Who wins games? Quick.
Back live at Keefe Field after a Wheaton College 4-1 victory over St. Joe's. I'm joined by a 2-goal scorer in the game, 6 goals on the season, Alistair Ferrier. Alistair, great game. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you for having me.
You guys have been off to a good start this season, 4-1-1 record. What's been the key to success for you and the team?
Well, I think we got a great group of guys this year. Everyone's willing to go and work hard. Everyone comes out with a great mentality every day. Everyone comes out great mentality at practice, game, doesn't matter. Everyone's working hard, so I think that translates onto the field.
Take us through today. 2 goals for you for the team. How'd that feel today?
Well, first one, I kind of got that one, gave it to me. I took it right off him right in front of the net, but we'll take those easy ones. And then the second one, nice ball in from Cam from all the way from the goalie. Fell through to me, took it by that guy and got it past the goalie. It was nice.
You got first NUMAC game coming up this Saturday against Babson. What's the mentality going into that for you guys in the squad?
We got to go in strong. We know we've had trouble against them in the past. We know what we got to do. We just got to take care of business on our home field, work our asses off. Sorry.
All right, here was Alistair Ferrier. After a 4-1 win over St. Joe's, the sophomore and his squad will be back in action Saturday here against Babson in the afternoon. Stay tuned for that one. Alistair, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, 4-1 final, Wheaton over St. Joe's. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jackson Walsh on the NUMAC Sports Network.